this is crazy.
Yeah.
This guy's 40 years old and still can crack and still as fast as lightning.
He's still got speed that kind of compares to the average or above average speed that's out there today.
Joe Rogan recently shared his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's latest training video at 46 years old, and he was blown away. He called it unbelievable, saying it's wild how Pacquiao, even as he nears 50, still punches with serious power and moves like someone much younger. According to Rogan, Pacquiao's speed, strength, and precision are all still there, and he looks amazing.
He's still not normal, but he's still like a professional heavyweight boxer. He's still terrifying.
Joe Rogan says Manny Pacquiao is in a league of his own. He doesn't need trash talk or hype. He lets his performance in the ring do the talking. Even at 46, Pacquiao's discipline, speed, and power are just as impressive as ever. He stays focused, humble, and dangerous, proving he's still a serious threat in the boxing world.
He's an interesting guy, man, because he's so friendly.
Right.
You know, like Pat, even like when people are trash talking, he's like smiling, and then gets in that ring.
Kick your ass later.
Different fucking dude.
Right.
Once he steps through that roast, like this is a whole different set of rules he's flying with.
Like, Keith Thurman talking about you gonna crucify him and stuff like that, and he just
don't say that. Yeah. Okay.
And got crucified.
Yeah, but he's super
I wish you the
religious,
best.
too.
Good luck in the fight.
Manny Pacquiao's latest training clip is getting people talking. In just a few seconds of footage, he's seen hitting the pads with serious focus and surprising speed. His punches come in fast, clean combos, and his footwork still shows the slick moves that once gave top fighters a tough time. At 46, he still has that spark, a clear glimpse of the explosive style that made him a boxing legend. Joe Rogan has always shown huge respect for Manny Pacquiao's incredible boxing career. He often points out how rare it is for a fighter to win world titles in 8 different weight classes, something no one else has done. Rogan is especially amazed by Pacquiao's speed and agility, which are impressive for someone his size. He's even said Pacquiao's legs are like tanks, giving him unmatched power and stamina. That mix of quickness and strength made Pacquiao a one-of-a-kind fighter who could dominate opponents in any division.
Greatest boxer maybe in my generation, Manny Pacquiao, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Destroyer.
Manny Pacquiao. He
Fucking just
won
a
world
destroyer.
titles in 8 different weight classes. Who the fuck does that?
And the way he did it, like
Yeah.
I'm a huge fan of Cotto. I love this school, and the way that he beat Cotto, I didn't think nobody could ever do that to him. It was just like, bro, what the fuck?
Well, his legs. Manny's legs are like tree trunks.
Yeah. And the
It's
hand
crazy.
speed, the power.
Speed, everything.
I just always wish that the Mayweather-Pacquiao fight would have took place many, many years before than when it did, you know?
Well, it also took place when Manny went into the fight with a fucked up shoulder. I mean, he knew his shoulder was fucked before that fight and just wanted that money and just...
Joe Rogan has also wondered how incredible a fight between Manny Pacquiao and Floyd Mayweather could have been if they had faced off earlier in their careers. He thinks it would have taken over the internet, smashed records, and grabbed the attention of fans all around the world. Rogan's take shows his deep respect for Pacquiao, not just as a boxer, but as a global icon. To him, Pacquiao's impact goes far beyond the ring.
Some great fights never take place, or they take place too late, like Floyd Mayweather and Manny Pacquiao. They fought too late. I mean, if that fight could have been arranged by Riyadh Season, they probably would have caught them both in their prime, and it would have been chaos.
Yeah, Manny was done before that.
And he also had a blown shoulder going into the fight.
Yeah.
He needed shoulder surgery before the fight even started.
Combat analyst Ryan Campbell shared his thoughts on Manny Pacquiao's return to the ring at 46. He acknowledges the tough challenge Pacquiao faces going up against a younger, stronger opponent like Mario Barrios. But Campbell also reminds us that age isn't everything in boxing. He compares Pacquiao's comeback to George Foreman's legendary return, saying that sometimes veteran fighters have one last epic performance in them, and it can be unforgettable.
Only 8-division world champion. He'll be inducted into the International Boxing Hall of Fame next month. And then in July, BC is going to come out of retirement. Why now?
By the way, between those two dates, I believe he has an election coming up for a Senate position in the Philippines. So we always know that Manny is a busy man. He gets after it. He also dares to be great. And this is wild news. Look, in the boxing underground rumor mill, this had been floating around for a couple months. We just didn't know if it was going to be for real. Was Manny really going to commit to not just coming back after 4 years away, after just one fight in the last 6 years, at age 46, but to come back directly into a title fight against a young, in his prime, active champion in Mario Barrios? It's interesting theater, to say the least. It's a pay-per-view main event, reportedly for July 19th. And we know Manny Pacquiao has always brought big business, but now he's going to bring it in more of the late career George Foreman type of way to etch himself into that record book even further. Can Manny do it? I mean, look, the odds are certainly against him, but there's one thing about certain legends in this game. Think Bernard Hopkins, who fought into a very late age. Some of them, as long as they can physically get themselves into that ring, sometimes they can reproduce magic for one night. So it's a romantic situation. I got cats walking around.
Yep.
People are excited to see the Pac-Man back. You just got to kind of figure out, is this for real? Is he going to be for real? Or are we going to send him into a physical?
Ryan Campbell also took a closer look at Pacquiao's current physical condition. While it's clear he's no longer in his prime, Campbell says Pacquiao still has enough speed to compete with many average fighters today. His explosiveness may have faded, but his quick hands and solid footwork still give him an edge over less experienced welterweights. As for the boxing world, opinions are split. Some fans are hopeful, confident that Pacquiao's sharp instincts and ring smarts can carry him through. Others point to his last fight 5 years ago, which didn't show the same dominant form. This mix of excitement and doubt sums up the mood around his comeback, a balance of respect for his legacy and questions about what he can still do in the ring.
Pacquiao against Mario Barrios fight is signed, done for July of 2025. Pacquiao is 46 years old. We haven't seen him in the ring in years. Are you cool with Pacquiao against Mario Barrios?
If I was cool with Manny Pacquiao coming back and fighting Keith Thurman, I'm definitely going to be cool with this one. Barrios is not a puncher. Thurman was one of the biggest punchers in boxing. I think he's going to be just fine.
If Pacquiao wants to come back as a Hall of Famer and fight one more time, whatever. He didn't look good against Yordenis Ugas, and that was 5 years ago. We've seen him in these exhibitions looking fleshy, to say the least. It's meaningless because if Barrios wins, he's never going to fight a Boots Ennis. If Pacquiao wins, he's not going to fight anybody ever again. So I'm kind of indifferent to the whole thing.
There's growing buzz that Pacquiao's fight with Mario Barrios might just be the beginning of a bigger comeback. Rumors suggest that if he beats Barrios, it could lead to a huge showdown with Gervonta "Tank" Davis. Some believe Barrios was picked on purpose, a beatable opponent that gives Pacquiao a chance to shake off the rust, build momentum, and stir up excitement for a major fight. It's a common move in boxing comebacks. Start with a manageable challenge to see what the veteran still has and to boost interest in what's next.
Basically, your interpretation is that the boxing public is upset because they believe Pacquiao's going to beat Barrios, which is going to lead to a Tank Pacquiao fight?
Yes, look around. Look in the Discord. That's what everybody, Pac and Tank, that's being set up.
Oh,
Tank and Pac.
Okay, so they saying Barrios is the setup for Tank and Pac. I didn't see that, but your argument makes sense. If he beats Barrios, there's nothing wrong with him fighting Tank, but the issue is he don't deserve the Barrios fight off of 3 years off and a loss to Ugas.
And that's Crimea River, man. That's what boxing is. But longer deserve a Canelo fight.
Gervonta "Tank" Davis has a 6 to 7 fight deal with the PBC and Amazon for $200 million. That's like $30 million a fight. All right. He also has a fight date for November. El Rayo team has said they're not fighting this year, so he's not the guy. So the question is, who is the guy who is willing to fight Tank by November and could build the fight into a fight worth $30 million? Y'all must be out y'all minds if y'all think that Manny Pacquiao versus Gervonta "Tank" Davis isn't a huge fight. That'll probably be his biggest fight ever. Y'all know that's a big fight because the boxing fan today, they know Tyson, Manny Pacquiao, Floyd Mayweather.
One of the most powerful parts of Pacquiao's comeback is his shot at the WBC welterweight title, the same title he won early in his career. This full-circle moment adds deeper meaning to his return. It's not just about another fight. It's about trying to win back the belt that first put him on the world stage and helped make him a global icon.
Boxing Doctor News told Onto Your Gloves, boxing fans, the rumors are true. Manny Pacquiao is stepping back into the ring. At 46 years old, the Filipino legend is taking on WBC welterweight champ Mario Barrios this July. But here's the kicker. Pacquiao's first world title was as a flyweight, and now he wants to retire as the WBC welterweight champ. Talk about a career comeback, but can the Pac-Man turn back time? He hasn't been in top form lately, while Barrios is coming off a tough draw. Will Pacquiao's experience triumph over youth, or is this one fight too far? Either way, July is shaping up to be an explosive month for boxing. Pacquiao's rolling the dice one last time. Will he make history as the oldest welterweight champ ever? Get ready for a showdown that'll have you on the edge of your seat.
Manny Pacquiao to do something, any fighter to do incredible stuff, I will bet that Manny Pacquiao be the guy. And that's why he's one of the GOATs of the sport of boxing, or probably the GOAT, arguably. All right? Manny Pacquiao could beat Mario Barrios. Now, Mario Barrios is good. I'm not saying that. I'm not trying to, devalue Mario Barrios, but Manny Pacquiao is just a special fighter, special human being, a freak of nature. I do, and like I said in the beginning, if these guys could do it, I believe that Manny Pacquiao could do it. He lives a wholesome life. He lives a sober life. He doesn't party around and stuff like that unless he's with the wife. He's a family man. He's a God-fearing man. And look, just like George Foreman was a God-fearing man, Louis living
opportunity, and he said, you know what, I'll bite down for it one more time. And then from there, obviously we had a tough loss, but it was a competitive fight. And his first fight at 147 pounds, he goes on and takes on Keith Thurman. No tune-ups, no getting used to the thing. Goes at that point is about as good as you can get in the division, and took on that. So he takes on all comers, all challenges. His first world title against Batirov, the Russian, is about as tough as you could have done at the time. And so I think he's earned the right now to be in the biggest, best possible fights. And now it's going to be up to Al Heyman and Louis DeCubas Jr. on what they see is best and fit for his career, whether that's, Pacquiao, Spence.